Part 1. The Train to Nowhere. Have you ever noticed how some roads only appear when you're lost? It's like they wait for the moment when you no longer know where you're going. That's how it happened to me. It was night, an endless highway, my headlights slicing through the fog. I was driving home, or at least I thought I was. The GPS showed a shortcut. A new road, no name, just a gray line leading deep into the map. The music had stopped long ago. The radio played only static. And then, through that static, I heard a voice, soft, distant, like an old station announcer speaking through time. Next stop, Merton. I froze. Merton. Never heard of it. A few minutes later, I saw a sign, an old rusted metal board. The words were barely visible. Welcome to Merton. Underneath, an arrow pointed left. I don't know why, but I turned. The town appeared out of the fog suddenly, as if someone had turned on the lights. The buildings were old but neat, streets clean, store windows faintly glowing, but not a single person. I turned off the engine. Everything went silent. Too silent. Even the wind seemed to have stopped. Then I saw a bus stop. A man sat on the bench, wearing a long gray coat. I couldn't see his face, only his silhouette under the street lamp. I walked closer. "Excuse me," I said. "Can you tell me how to get out of here?" He slowly turned his head, as if trying to remember what that question meant. "You're already here," he said quietly. "Why would you want to leave?" I frowned. "What do you mean? This is just a town, right?" He smiled faintly. "A town. Number. This is a place that only appears at night." I went back to my car, deciding to turn around and drive back. But when I switched on the headlights, the road was gone. Where the highway had been, there was now only thick, white fog, a solid wall. I stepped into it. Cold air bit through my jacket. And beyond that wall, I heard things. Faint sounds, footsteps, whispers, the distant hum of a train. I stepped back quickly. When I turned around, the man at the bus stop was gone. On the bench lay a newspaper. I picked it up. The date on the front page read, April 23rd, 1987. I got into the car again and just kept driving forward. My headlights revealed storefronts, bakery, photo studio, pharmacy. Everything looked normal, yet frozen in time. In every window I thought I saw figures, still, motionless, mannequins, or people. I couldn't tell, but it felt like they were watching me. At the end of the street stood a dimly lit cafe with a flickering sign. The last stop. I went inside. The air smelled like coffee and rain. Behind the counter stood a young woman, pale, calm. "Hi," I said. "I think I'm lost. Do you know where I am?" She looked at me quietly, as if she had heard this question many times before. "You're in Merton," she said. "People end up here when they take the wrong turn." "The wrong turn? Where?" I asked. She poured a dark drink into a cup and set it in front of me. "Drink it," she said. "Maybe then you'll remember." The tea smelled strange, familiar somehow, like rain, like childhood, like the kind of night where you stand alone and don't know where home is. I took a sip, and for a second, I saw myself, not here, but on the side of the road. My car wrecked in a ditch, headlights dead. I got out, but no one came to help. Then it was gone. The cafe was still around me, the woman still standing there. "Do you remember now?" she asked. I couldn't speak. She smiled faintly and said,